guys, so today we will be creating a game that you can play by using a webcam. And before we start to learn how to code this game, we will have a look on how this game works. As you can see on my webcam right now, you will see a cat on the top left, and I can control the cat by using my finger or my hand. So the cat is actually sensing the motion that being applied on him, and he will follow the direction and the movement of that motion. So if you see, I put the cat on my hand, so he will actually follow the direction, go down, left, right, or go up. So let's learn how to make this work. So the first thing, we close this one, as we do not need to download anything for this project. All you need to do is to go on to Google and then search for Scratch MIT. Right, so after you search for Scratch MIT, you will be able to see the first one, which is scratch.mit.edu, Scratch Imaging Program Shack. We click on it, which will bring you to the website, and then you just need to click on Start Creating. Once the project being launched, we will have this blank project over here, and then wait for us to code and then make this project work. So the first thing that we need to do, the very main function of the game that you saw just now, will be the video cam. So we need to activate the video sensing extension. To activate that one, you can scroll down to see the extension button, or if you cannot see it, then you can press on F11 to enter full screen mode. Then you will be able to see the bottom left button, which is the add extension button. We go inside and we will see video sensing extension, and the description shows sense motion with the camera, which is basically the function we want. After we enter, the scratchmit.edu will ask for the permission for using your camera, because they need to the Scratch projects will need to open up your camera. We just click on allow. By now you will see a blurry view of you. So we take out turn video on, set video transparency to, and video motion on sprite in our blocks. So these three will be the very main function of this project. The next, we will go on to click event. And the next thing to do will be set the video transparency to 0 in order to have a clearer view. So after you double click on set video transparency to 0, you will be able to see a clear view over here. Also, let's take out forever block, as we will be using it later on, which is on control. You can scroll down or you can click on control, then you will be able to see forever block. So what we will do, first we'll put turn video on under when flag is clicked. This is to make sure every time we click on the flag, it will turn on the video camera. And the next one is to set the video transparency to 0. This is also just to make sure the cam is working fine, is clear. And the next thing, in order to move the cat, what we need to do is we need to go on to motion. In this motion page, it will mostly related to the direction and the movement of the sprite. In order to move the sprite, we will need this move 10 step. As you can see, once I click on it, the sprite will start to move. This is the command for the sprite to move. And then the next one will be point in direction. This is to change the direction of the sprite. So you can see. Okay, so the next thing is to put move 10 step and point in direction into forever, as we want the sprite to sense when the sprite is sensing the motion, and he will move whenever the project is running. He will follow the motion on the video sensing. So we put it together and then we run it. You'll start to see that the cat is actually running towards its own direction, which is -90 direct angle, and move 10 step away every time when as long as the program is running. So the next thing that we want to do is to make the sprite to move in the way we want. So we will first duplicate this one, and we will have video motion on sprite to put it inside the move, because this is for the motion. And the direction, we need to change motion to direction. So video direction on sprite, and we'll put it inside direction. So now you will be able to see the cat will follow the video sensing. And as when we are creating this project, you will see that the cat is missing, and even though we click on the flag, the cat doesn't come back anymore. To solve this issue, all we need is to we take this block, go to block, and then we'll put it under set video transparency, and then we set X and Y both to 0. This will bring the cat sprite 1 back to the center of the webcam. Every time we click, then he will back here. So you can see that the cat sprite right now is very sensitive with the motion, and when we click, it will still come back. But this is not the function that we want, because we want a smooth moving sprite. So what we will do is we need to reduce down the movement, the sensitivity of the video sensing. So we will need to go to operators to get this divide sign, a slash sign, divide sign, and then we will divide the motion by 10. We'll divide the motion by 10. This will reduce the motion down 10 times. Put it back, and then we'll launch it again. Now you will see sprite which is moving smoothly. Sometimes because the sprite will always launch in the middle, so probably your face will be there, and then the sprite will be controlled by your face. All you need to do is to click and drag on the cat, and then you put your hands onto the video cam, release it, and then the sprite will follow your hand. And also remember to move slow and steady, not to move too quick, as the video sensing, the video motion might not be following you, because we already reduced it by 10. So if you want to have more sensitive sprite, then you can reduce this to lower. Probably just divide by 5. Then you will see a faster sprite. But if you want a very steady one, you can put it 9 or 10. For the last part, which is make this function into a game, we will need an enemy for this cat sprite. So as we know that the enemy of the cat will be mouse. So let's go on and search for a mouse. Then we can create an enemy for our sprite 1, so that we can play this game. So we are making this cat chasing mouse game. So we want to make sure the first function that this mouse will need to have will be moving by itself, running around the webcam. Same as the sprite one, if we want the mouse to move, we will need to go to the motion page. Then we will have move 10 steps and point in direction. We will also need to have when flag click. In order to make sure the codes will keep running throughout the project when we started the project, we'll need to have forever as well. So this will ensure the mouse keep moving once we start the project. And when we click on flag, you'll see the mouse is running towards its direction, the direction that being stated over here, which is 90-10, and that is not something that we want. We want the mouse to be able to run in this webcam by itself. So the first thing that we want to do is to fix this one, the direction, and we want the mouse to be able to bounce every time it sends a wall, which is the edge of our webcam over here. To do that, we will need to go on to sensing page over here, and then we find touching, and we will need if conditional block as well. This is to check whether if the mouse is touching on the wall. So we put touching inside if, and then we change mouse pointer to edge because we want the mouse to be able to sense the edge. So we keep the mouse running by 10 steps every time, and we don't want to change that. That will be the speed of the mouse, and we want to change the direction after the mouse is touching on the edge. Let's see what will happen. So you will see that the mouse is still running towards here. This is because we asked him to point into direction 90 when the mouse sprite is touching on the edge, and 90, which is exact same direction with what the sprite have right now. So we want to change this to random. We'll go to operator and then take out pick random. Before that, we want to know the range of the mouse as well. So we'll see the maximum of the angle will be 180 from 0 until 180, and if we go back, we have until negative 165, or we can set negative 180. So what we can do is to put pick random number in and then put negative 180 and 180. Now we will be able to see the mouse running itself throughout the cam. If you notice, the mouse will have a glitch bouncing around in the corner. To fix this issue, all we need to do is to go to motion, and we will take if on edge bounce, put it on top of touching edge, then you will see it works fine. So what we need to do in the next step is to make the mouse being able to sense the cat and will be disappear once the cat successfully touches the mouse. What we need to do is the same as touching the edge. We need to check if the mouse is touching the cat or not. So we take another if conditional block, if then we go on sensing, take touching, and then we change mouse pointer to sprite 1, which is the cat. And what we want it to happen is the mouse disappear after touching the sprite. So we need to go to look, and then we take hide, put it under this if, and then that's it. So once the mouse touch on the cat, it will disappear. But you will notice that after the mouse disappear, when we click on flag, the cat still come back to center, but the mouse is not there anymore. This is because the mouse is already hidden. And when we want to, if we want the mouse to show up when we reset the game again, we will need to take show, which is just above the height, and then we put under when flag click. This will allow every time when we click on the flag, it will show, and then when it touch on the cat, it will be hide, and then when we click on the flag again, it will show, the mouse will show again. So let's try. So you will see mouse will be shown. Right, so that's it, but you will see that this is actually very easy to play because the cat is in the center and the mouse seems have no space to run. So to make this even harder, we can change the coordinate of the mouse. We change the coordinate of the mouse to the top right, which is over here, and we change the coordination of the cat to top left, which is right here. To put the mouse onto the top right, what we need to do is to go to same as the sprite one that we did earlier, and we change the XY to top right, which is 180. This one is controlling X. We want to put it on the right side, and we put Y 130. So you see every time we click on flag, the mouse will start from this position, and we come to sprite 1 as well. We want the sprite to go to top left, so we'll put X 100 negative 180 because it's on the left side, and Y put 130. So now you will see the cat will stay on top left, and then the mouse will start from top right, and now we can control the sprite to go and catch the mouse. For making this game harder is you can resize it down a little bit, so give more space for the mouse to run, and also it will challenge more for you to control your cat sprite. So we resize both to 80. Also, another thing, if you notice that the mouse having the same opening direction and you don't want that, what you can do is basically the same with touching edge over here. All we need to do is just to duplicate the point in direction, the random direction block, and then put it under here. So every time the mouse will start from a different angle. And I think that's all for today's session. I hope you learned something. And my challenges to you is, can you create more mouse? So you can make this game even more interesting to play, as there's more mouse for you to catch. And another one is I would like to challenge you to add a winning effect after you're able to catch all the mouse. Have fun learning. Bye.